Will be presenting my visual essay on the street artist Banksy, and I will be sharing a poem that I wrote inspired by his art. The man behind the art. Who is Banksy? Banksy is an anonymous British graffiti artist. He was believed to be born in 1974 in Bristol, England. His identity, although highly speculated, has never been confirmed. He rose to fame in the 90s for his controversial street art, and his work often critiques political themes which include, but is not limited to, war, capitalism, and greed. I'm going to share a few of his pieces over the next couple slides. The first one I'm going to go over is Forgive Us Our Trespassing. I was very lucky to go to the Modern Art Museum in Amsterdam, and this is actually one of my own photos that I took while I was there. This piece first appeared on a wall in Salt Lake City in 2010, and it's meant to exemplify how graffiti can be a pure pursuit. It's a different view on how street art can bring beauty, meaning, and interconnectedness to the mundane, and it's also asking for forgiveness for sharing this beauty and pleading because the graffitiist really does believe that he is sharing something that's going to make the world a better place. This is another controversial work by Banksy. It's called Mean Copper, and this print illustrates Banksy's very nuanced relationship with law enforcement. Another controversial piece that he did was I Remember When All This Was Trees, and this was put up in Detroit, and it refers to the deforestation that has happened there and how it's turned into a concrete jungle, and it's nothing like it was, and they didn't preserve any of the good stuff, he felt. The next piece I'm going to share is the one that I have written a poem on, and this is also another one of my photos that I took when I was in Amsterdam, and this piece is called Love is in the Air and Flower Thrower. It's a very powerful anti-war image, and in it, a man is throwing flowers instead of a bomb in hopes for peace, and he looks angry and he looks aggressive, but instead of weapons, he's throwing flowers. And I was very inspired by this piece when I was in Amsterdam, and it was a great experience to be able to write a poem on it. Now I'll read my poem. It's titled Ceasefire. Flowers thrown like a bomb, a plea for peace, make love not war. To protect innocent lives, can anyone recall what we are fighting for? A plea for peace, make love not war. Prayers rise for no more violence. Can anyone recall what we are fighting for? We dream of a better world. Prayers rise for no more violence. Flowers fall like a bomb. We dream of a better world, to awaken all and say time for a ceasefire. Flowers fall like a bomb, a protest for peace and love, to awake all and say time for a ceasefire, before many lose their lives to an unknown desire. In conclusion, my process of writing this poem was a little bit intimidated at first, but after looking over the structures of and different formats of different poems, I settled on the Pantoum format, and that actually helped me really organize my wording and made me not feel so intimidated. So that was pretty cool, and it also made me excited to maybe write some more poems in the future, which I thought was pretty great because I've never thought about that before. And in reflection, I was really excited to do this presentation because I am really inspired by Banksy's work, and I think, although I don't agree with all of his opinions, I think he really challenges the way we all think, and he does the most important thing, which is what we've learned at this class, is to think critically. And I think by thinking critically, we open our eyes to different perspectives and different ways of life and other people's struggles, which build empathy and make us all better human beings in the process. Here is my works cited page, and thank you for listening to my presentation.